Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim with Winter Frost.
Yes, and in the last episode, we made up some brownie points with Master Wizard Mirabelle Irvine.
Yep, Mirabelle What's-Her-Nuts.
Yep. And we did a little bit of enchanting on some stuff, and we got a new piece of jewelry here, Piercing's simple top.
Yeah, and you created some zap sliders for him now, huh?
Yeah, I had to create some zap sliders for them because they were clipping through the actual top of my fur armor here.
Yep.
And it looked kind of silly. So I created some zap sliders to make the jewelry invisible. And, but it's still there and it still functions. It's just that in Outfit Studio and Body Slide, you can do things like create what's called zap sliders to make portions of things invisible. I use that technique quite a bit in Fallout 4 because I mix and match outfits and pieces of outfits quite a bit.
Yep.
And some of those things will clip through each other if you have everything visible, right?
Yep.
So I will use zap sliders to make the offending pieces invisible so that the outfit looks good. Anyway, we did a bit of a tour of the college, and we walked around and had a look at everything, and we tried a little bit of everything here. And what time is the day? Oh, it's noon. That's why I'm so unhappy. I'm getting sunburned and
all this other shit.
all this other stuff, and yeah, I think I'm going to have to go and take a nap until
The sun goes down.
until the harmful rays of the sun go away.
Yeah, and then you were going to trek your way to Saarthal, weren't you?
That's right. We're going to go to Saarthal. And like it's actually a pretty good dungeon. It's challenging. I've done it at lower levels than this before. So we'll go 6 hours because then that way the merchant down in town will still be open when I get there, because just in case I have a item or two left yet that I need to sell. Let's see here. Well, maybe I don't have all that many items to sell. A scroll of pacify. Alright, I guess I don't have that much stuff to sell. It just seems like I'm carrying a lot because my tent and all the firewood and the bedroll and so on all seem to weigh quite a bit, right?
Yep.
So I guess I'll have to drink a stale blood potion here because I'm hungry. And there aren't any people sleeping right now that I can just go ahead and take a bite out of, so we'll just have to be on our way. And it is it's only about a half hour till sundown, so...
Close enough.
Yeah, just lets me make the most of the time that I have.
Yeah, well, it's going to take a while to get to Saarthal too, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Dragons breathing fire in the sky. Vampires brazenly attacking people on the street. It's the end of the world.
Grab that egg, because you never know when you might need an egg.
You never know when you might need 10 billion flowers too.
Yep. Yeah, speaking of which, there are actually not that many flowers to pick up here, because it's pretty wintry conditions up here. What's going on up there? Not so sure I like the looks of that. That guy's got a nice spike sticking out of him. Maybe he's not an unfriendly, though. Yes, he is. He's an unfriendly.
He's a vampire.
Wow.
And there's more than one of them.
Oh! Wow, I walked right into that.
There's another one on your dog there.
Oh, wow, look at this.
Really? Well, this is very awkward.
It's another one of those everybody in Skyrim wants to kick my ass kind of moments. Oh, geez, look at that.
Well, maybe it's time to use your healing spell and run away for a little while.
Well, we'll cast that. We'll stay behind the,
So will your summon.
Yeah. What's going on here? Okay.
Your summon got put down by a Reekling.
Okay. Do I got anything else handy here that I can use? Oh, I could use this. If I have enough magicka to do it. Yeah. Well, you're not doing anything terribly useful. That's the problem with these things. They're incurably stupid, right? Like, they don't exactly home in on the enemy and go after them if they can't get a direct line of sight at somebody. They just sort of stand there and go, duh.
Yep.
Okay, so it's just Reeklings now? There's no more vampires?
Maybe the Reeklings killed the vampires.
Yeah. Well, I killed one of them.
Wow, there's a ton of those things.
Yeah. It's like a Reekling army. Okay, well, we'll try this again.
You're on better ground to try it on anyways.
Yeah, if I could just get the damn spell to fire. Jeez. Well, he stood there and did nothing until he got killed.
Well, but now he'll be as tough as a Reekling, right?
Yeah. I don't see him doing anything, though. Do something! Come on!
Nope.
Man! Stupid!
You could pick up their spears and shoot them back at them.
Yeah, I know, but I don't really want to get into the arrow exchange business with these guys because there's too many of them. You don't want to stand out in the open. Okay.
Well, you could just make a beeline for
There.
Saarthal and...
Now you have to do something.
like, get killed.
Yeah, well, that's fine, though. Oh, now I need more magicka. Okay. Whoops. Okay, well, I just took some bad ones, but... Okay. Oh, I just heard a wolf. Now there's wolves here, too.
You know, extended exchanges like this would actually make something like the bound bow really useful.
Yeah, if only I had one. Except that you don't want to stand there, like I said. If you are outnumbered, you don't want to stand there and exchange missile fire with, like, 3 or 4 of these guys, right?
Well, you have a healing spell and they don't.
I know, but the Reekling Spears also have the bleed effect attached to them. So you don't want to get hit by 3 or 4 of those. You could bleed to death before you, you know, like, actually have enough magicka to be able to heal yourself. Right?
There's a wonderful, simple solution to that problem. Don't get hit.
Yeah, well, that's why you don't, crap, I'm out of magicka again now. Come on. Stupid thing. Okay, well, we'll go this way now.
Wow, they already took out that thing again.
Yep. Yeah, they're tough, eh? But that's okay.
Well, there's lots of mountains and things around here. Maybe you could climb one of those and get away from them and then sneak past.
Well, where's the fun in that? Okay. Let's see if I can maybe get this thing to work now that there's a whole bunch of them all packed together, right?
Well, you hit them. And it didn't do much.
Oop. Spear goes sailing by again.
Meanwhile, you're getting colder.
Yeah. There's still an awful lot of them out there. Wow.
Have you even killed one yet?
Oh yeah, I've killed a few of them.
Careful, because that charger's just over this hill.
Yep. This is kind of gonna hopefully help me to keep track of where everybody is, though. Because it was starting to get a little bit difficult to see.
With
right?
everybody trying to kick your ass.
Well, also, when you get cold, it has that weird visual effect. I don't know whether there's a way to turn that off. But it makes it harder
to see.
to see. Come on, shoot some fireballs or go after them or something. Man,
No, I think you gotta get closer.
that thing is it's unbelievable, right? Okay, that takes care of that one.
Up and to the left slightly. You might be able to fire one just over that rock. Oh, they're fighting with the wolf down there.
Actually, I think that's Miko.
Oh, yeah, that is Miko, yep.
Right? He gets knocked down every so often, but then he gets back up. Okay.
All of a sudden, at least half the red dots are gone.
Well, there's
There's
only
still
one
one out
There's
there.
only one left now. And he's far enough away that I can't see him.
You know, Miko looks like a pincushion there.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why, like I said, you don't exchange... Oh, look at that. You don't exchange missile fire with these guys. Unless,
Unless you're a dog, and then you can just, like, tank through everything.
Well, no, see, he's expendable, though, right?
Indestructible dogs. There you go. Dogs are indestructible.
Yeah.
Just like children.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that thing's gonna kill you. You know, here's some place where your summon might be useful again, since there's only one thing left.
Yeah. We'll finish him off this way. Don't worry, he'll come back now.
Yeah, they make magical U-turns as soon as they know that you're not on a high place anymore.
That's right. I don't know how he knows, but he just knows.
And killing the mount also kills the rider.
Yeah. Actually, Reeklings are a very challenging
Encounter at this level, yeah.
Well, at any level, really. Okay, well, we can probably turn the Predator vision off again now. Well, there's the vampire. These guys start to carry pretty good treasure after a while, too, hey? Another vampire. Yeah, I already got one of those. Already got one of those, too. Ooh, that might be good, though. We'll have to see if we've got... What have we got here for a necklace type thing? Anything?
No, I don't think so.
Well, you know what? That's a pretty good item.
Oh, there you go. That'll take care of your weakness to fire.
Yep. So, we got a ring of... Okay, yeah. Alright. Well, I guess now we need to go and thaw out a little bit.
Just gonna say, F5 is your friend.
Yeah, actually, we'd hate to have a game crash or something at this point.
Poor goat.
Yeah, they were killing the goat.
What the hell's a goat doing out here? I can't imagine this is goat territory.
Well, you know. Oh, look, there was a ice wraith over here, too. Oh, I guess maybe that was from when I came back through here before, right?
I think, yeah.
But anyway, here we are. We're back again.
There you go. That's a spell you need. Summon goat.
There is actually one. In one of the magic overhauls that I have.
Yep.
Yeah, you can summon goats, rabbits, horses, fish, like slaughterfish.
Yep.
Frostbite spiders. I am freezing. Okay. Well, we'll go into the nice warm dungeon here right away.
And here we all are.
So sure we should be
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people.
Okay,
All right.
let's go.
Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
Yeah.
Should be safe.
Because caution is your middle name, right?
Everything is perfectly safe here, I promise.
Yeah.
And very interesting.
Yep. Danger ahead? That makes no sense at all. Okay. We'll get a torch out. That'll help us to warm up a little bit.
Saarthal was one of the earliest known settlements of Skyrim. It was also the largest.
Well, at least the air is warm here.
The elves in the infamous Night of Tears. Not much is known about what
Hey, well, I got a pickaxe. Yeah, because there's, like, stuff to mine down here, too.
this is an exciting opportunity for us to be able to study such an early civilization.
See, I can even pick flowers here.
Fuck.
Who knows what we might find in here?
This is better than sitting around talking about magic,
Well,
don't you
are
think?
there any questions before we begin?
No, what do you want me to do?
Stupid dog.
Ah, yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist Arniel Gain? He's one of our scholars, here working on cataloging our finds. I expect he'd appreciate some help in locating any additional magical artifacts here in the ruins. Any enchanted items will do. The usefulness of the enchantment is irrelevant. If you find anything, the class can look it over.
Okay.
Now, let's see. What shall we have the rest of you do? Berlina, my dear, why don't you search for warding magics? Anything designed to keep people out.
Just having a look around for some ore veins, because I know there are a few in here.
These ruins.
Area over there. See if you notice any
There's one right there.
residual energies, alive or undead. Cesargo, what shall we
Yeah, I know I'm here to look for enchanted things, but I'd rather just mine.
the first ones here?
Well, you know what? Mining is good because you get gemstones from mining.
Careful.
Yep.
And with the gemstones, you can actually make a better, like, pricier type jewelry and stuff like that, which can then sell for more money when you use your lowbrow
I'm not seeing signs of rewarding magics at all.
soul stones to enchant them, right?
Well, not only that, but you can also use the iron to make iron daggers, I suppose.
Yeah, or other things. Because there's a lot of smithing, even higher level smithing recipes with some of the mods that I have that where you require
Iron plus something else, yeah.
Iron plus something else in order to make your
Higher level armors and things, and higher level weapons.
Yeah, exactly. Starting to get hungry again already, too.
It's getting to the point where you might have to feed on your classmates.
Yeah, but I don't have the hypnosis ability yet.
Ah.
I don't get that until... I'll have a look at better vampires here. Skills. Okay. So I don't get vampire seduction until I get to the next level.
Yep.
But the main difference between vampire seduction with the mod that I'm running and vanilla is that vampire seduction in vanilla is nearly useless, right? Like, it doesn't affect NPCs higher than like level 10 or something like that, right?
Yep.
And whereas the vampire seduction in the mod, I think, will affect anybody up to your level. So
it makes it a lot more useful.
yeah, it makes it a lot more useful. Oh, I just got a level up.
Nice.
If I could find a place to sleep, I could level up. Meanwhile, I think what I might do is we'll just turn the night vision on here just to make it a little bit lighter in here. Pick some more flowers while we're here. See this? There's a gold vein here. If I can figure out the right spot here to point at.
Do you think there's treasure here? Something to make Jazar...
I mean, you are mining gold.
Yeah.
Stupid dog.
None of these mages like dogs. I don't like mages anymore.
Nobody likes dogs.
I mean, I never liked mages to begin with. I'm more of a
I think-
two-handed...
Yeah, well, it's funny, but you know, like I was replying to a comment by somebody who had commented about the dogs and cats and all that kind of stuff, and he said something to the effect of that cats, there are no friendly cats in Skyrim, right? Well, I'm totally lost now.
Yep.
Oh, look, there's some quicksilver ore in that bucket.
Oh, there's an ingot in that bucket.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff in there. Now, where am I supposed... I'm supposed to go that way. How do I get over there? Okay, I'm guessing I have to go back up this ramp and then go... Yeah, okay, over here.
You were just caught up in the exploring.
I was caught up in the mining and looting and stuff, yeah.
It's going to take forever to sift through all this. He what? You must be one of the new apprentices then. Fine, fine. Just don't make a mess of my work, all right? I've only looked through a portion of this section. You can look around in the chambers just north of here. Try and be careful, all right? We don't want to damage anything.
Okay.
All right then.
So, we can go around and pick up all these little jewelry artifacts. Got a lesser soul gem there. How am I doing for... Okay. And I'll even grab a couple of these because for some types of armor and stuff, you actually need those.
I like how you grabbed 2 of the 3 linen wraps on the rack, but you didn't grab the 3rd one.
Okay, there. Happy?
Yes.
All right.
You're gonna take linen wraps, you might as well take them all.
Yeah. Okay. Ring. And then we gotta grab this thing here.
What in the world was that racket? Is everything all right? How in the world did that happen?
Hold an amulet
Really?
off the wall.
Perhaps the amulet is important somehow. Is there some way you can use it?
Okay, we'll put on the useless amulet. They could have done so much more with this. You know, like the Saarthal amulet.
Oh, you went past it like 3 times now.
Did I go past it like 3 times? Player,
Up.
let's just sort it by alphabetical order, then I'll be able to find it. I mean, all spells cost 3% less to cast. That's not much of a motivation for me to want to wear that, right?
Some kind of...
Now we need, yeah, well, that'll do.
on the wall. Connected to the amulet.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna put my, necklace of dwindling fire back on. Thank you very much.
Your necklace of something actually useful back on.
That's right, my necklace of something actually useful. Then I'm going to try this thing out while I'm in here. Okay, well, now if the dog wasn't in the way, Tolfdir could go and lead the way like he's supposed to.
Well, this is highly unusual and very interesting.
Flower picker.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's going slow enough. I mean, I need something to do while I'm...
Why in the world would this be sealed off? What is this place?
Oh, what's going on? Oh.
Hold, mage, and listen well.
Well, I'm not exactly a mage. I'm more a victim of circumstance.
Judgment has not been passed, as you had no way of knowing. Judgment will be passed on your actions to come, and how you deal with the dangers ahead of you. This warning is passed to you because the Psijic Order believes in you. You, mage, and you alone, have the potential to prevent disaster. Take great care, and know that the Order is watching.
I swear I felt something rather strange just then. What just happened?
Okay, some cool ghost talked to me. I saw dead
Tell me
people.
more about what you saw.
Something about danger
Psijic
ahead.
Order? Are you quite sure about that? That's very odd. And danger ahead? Why, that doesn't make any sense at all. I have no connection to these ruins, and no one's seen any of their order in a long time. Perhaps we should take a look inside these coffins.
Yeah, because that's what any sane, cautious person would do, right?
That's what we're going
Yep.
to find.
Okay,
Until next time.
well. Now we need to get over here. Yeah. Alrighty. Whoop. You'll notice that I used the ward to block his shout.
Yep. Well, they're a lot less dangerous when they can't shout at you, right?
Well, I mean, they still do have strong melee attacks and that kind of thing, but they're not any worse than any other enemy with a strong melee attack. And I do have a pretty good armor rating now with all of the enchantments that I've put on, right?
Yep.
So it's mostly the magical attacks that are going to do the most harm. And because of the way that I've got, like, I actually downloaded a mod called Wards Extended or something like that. It's in our mod list. And I can actually use a ward like a shield, right?
Yep. And that makes them a bit more useful.
Yeah, even with the high magicka cost that it has, I don't have to keep it going constantly.
Oh, one got you. Watch your health, it's going down quick.
Yeah.
Sadly, you can't block more than one shout at a time. Those fortify health potions, huh?
Yeah, but they also add, like, they're combinations.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they say fortify health, but they also restore health, too.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's when you combine blue mountain flowers and wheat.
Arrows, nasty-ass shouts, everything.
Yep.
Okay, now you need to heal.
Yep. Now I need to heal. Okay, well, the bleeding effect will stop here pretty quick. And now we can remove some projectiles.
I'd like to stay a while and examine this. You, however, should press on.
Yeah, you press on and just, you know, go through more hordes of Draugr. Like a good student.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see what these guys have on them. Okay, he's got some arrows and a little bit of gold and a circlet.
Yeah, well, the arrows are actually going to be real useful to you because they're a bit better than iron arrows.
Yeah, well, and also I am kind of playing an archer character, right? So it's just that it's unwise to use archery against Draugr because you can't protect yourself from their magical attacks then, right?
Yep. Well, this will be a way for you, this dungeon here will be a way for you to build up your arrow stores, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I guess. And of course, there's no reason why I can't, you know, like still attack with arrows from ambush kind of thing. It looks like this is a pretty good weapon. 23. Okay, I thought I had, yeah, that. Okay, so maybe it would be a good idea to use this, because with the magical frost as well, it does more damage. At least for the moment. And, we'll get our lesser ward thing ready as well. And F5 is my friend.
As always.
As always. Oh yeah, I was going to recharge my bow too, wasn't I? Yeah. Okay. Well, it looks like that Grand Soul Gem is a little bit undercharged, hey? And that one too. And that one. Okay, bow is fully charged. Now. Yeah, okay. So we'll try and rely on the bow to a certain amount, but also, like I said before, generally speaking, if you're outnumbered at close quarters, archery isn't really all that effective.
Yep.
You need to be able to do either some sort of magical attack or some sort of melee attack that is somewhat effective to defend yourself when you're outnumbered.
Well, that's why I try not to use archery that much, because when you level up archery, you hurt yourself as a melee character.
Yeah, but I'm not really playing a melee character, though.
I know. You're playing an archery character. So as you melee people, you're going to be hurting yourself.
Yeah, but in the long run, though, it doesn't hurt to be well-rounded, either, I've found. Okay, we need to do this, too. Yeah. Look at that, I just hit that guy in the back with my spell, and he never even saw it coming.
Yeah, that's that stealth spell you were talking about, right?
That is correct.
It's like a silent cast stealth fire spell.
Yeah, it's basically, it's not as strong as a fire bolt, but
it gets stealth bonuses because it's actually undetectable.
Well, it doesn't get stealth bonuses until I get to level 30 destruction, and I am almost there. So once I reach level 30 in destruction, then I'll get a sneak attack bonus for destruction spells from ambush, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, I think they blowed something up.
Oh yeah, one of these guys can summon things too. Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh, now you're in trouble.
Yeah, now I've got no magicka left.
You know, you could head back out the door. I bet you Tolfdir's still standing there.
Yeah, I might have to. I don't know. I'm gonna do this, though, first. Just to summon a little bit of help.
Yeah, you really need to turn around and head back out that door. You're gonna die in here.
Okay. There, that'll give that guy something to do.
Oh, you ended up getting one of those things.
Yeah. How about if we finish off one enemy before we start on another one? I hate that.
I think you actually did manage to kill the guy who summoned the things.
Yeah, but what really bugs me is that they'll knock an enemy down so that he's on one knee like that.
Yeah, and then not finish him.
And then they don't finish him. They go and they attack someone else, and then that guy gets back up. Right?
Well, sadly, even Mercy can't fix that problem. It only works on humans. Well, humans and elves. And orcs.
She said I'd forget, and usually I
Well, I was badly outnumbered there. Looks like I need to remove a projectile or two here too. I've got an arrow sticking out of me.
Just fed, but still hungry.
Well, think of it this way,
Think about the
you know, that was kind of a hairy encounter, but now you've got all this space to work with should you encounter something else.
Yeah.
Room to retreat.
I think I encountered everything that there was to encounter in this area, though. All at the same time.
You think you were noisy enough?
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, that's one thing about Revenge of the Enemies. It also tweaks their tactics a little bit.
Yep.
And they behave differently than, like, sometimes. I think normally when you'd come into this area in vanilla, you might encounter, you know, like one or two of them at a time, kind of thing.
Yep.
And you at least have time to kill one of them before the next one comes along. But with Revenge of the Enemies, they all converge on an area as soon as the trouble starts, right? Okay, oh, there's an urn. Nope. Back there. One there. Nothing in it. Okay, nothing very interesting in there.
Well, it's a good thing you built up your healing potion store before coming in here.
Oh, I always hoard them anyways, right? Like, all the time. You just do, right? You know, like there's no such thing as having too many. It's just like your characters when you're playing, right?
Yeah, hoarding all the liquor.
You're carrying around so many healing potions, you just about have a hernia trying to carry them all, right?
Yeah, that too. Healing potions and liquor. But you kind of need to do that when you're a melee character, right? Because you're taking everything on the chin.
Yeah.
So basically something hits you, takes away 3/4 of your life, and then you drink down a bunch of healing potions, and then you try to stun lock power attack it.
See, there's a trap right there. You can see the things in the wall and the pressure plate right there.
Yep.
But they camouflage them a little bit with lethal traps. Like the lethal traps mod, they camouflage those things so that they're a little bit harder to see, right?
Yeah.
I think the dog got in the way there.
Yeah, you actually shot the dog.
Sigh.
Oh, you could use your summon here.
Yeah, that's what I thought I would do. Okay.
Problem solved.
Okay. All's well that ends well. Okay, these guys carrying anything interesting? Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can get gold ore or something out of one of these.
Yeah, maybe you should pick it up then.
So I'm going to grab it even though it's really, really heavy.
Oh, you still got 12 pounds left to carry.
Yeah. Yes, unfortunately, I can't get the dog to carry anything for me either. He's not as versatile as dog meat in Fallout 4, where you can actually get him to act like a pack mule for you, right? Yeah, he doesn't carry anything, but he does bump into me.
Just like Fallout 4.
Yeah.
See, if only they had feather spells in this game.
Fish. They do, kind of. Okay. Well, except that they're strength, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they have strength potions and stuff like that. Okay, so those two match.
Well, the feather spells were very broken in Oblivion, though, because you could stack them like crazy.
Yeah. I remember that. And you took full advantage of it.
Yeah, well, I was over encumbered all the time. I had to do something to solve that problem, and picking up less stuff wasn't the solution.
No. Okay, well, I need to drink another blood potion now, again. And switch this one to there. This one isn't really a very hard puzzle as far as puzzles go. I wonder if I changed it so that I sheath my sword on my back, if I'd do the crossbody draw thing for that instead. See this? Right? Isn't that weird?
What?
Well, just watch.
Oh!
Right? But I could go in here, and we'll find this. This is sort of like the old dual sheath redux mod in Old Rim, except that it doesn't quite work as well. For some reason, they never ever did manage to implement that to the same extent. But we find a sword here. There's all sorts of different options, right? Go sword on back. There. See, now, when I draw the sword, at least it looks like it's coming from the right place, right?
So weird. You know, I didn't even notice that. You're such a detail-oriented person compared to me. I'm just like looking around, looking for the next thing to kill, and you're just like, my sword doesn't draw properly.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, well, this is trouble coming up here, I think. Because I think this thing is tough. This is like a, almost sort of boss fight, maybe? Kind of. Oh, damn, he moved. Okay, just hold still there for a second. Ooh.
Oh, shit, heal.
Yeah, I know, I was waiting. Just to see how long it looked like that was going to last. That's with a 40%
fire potion.
40% resist fire potion.
You have a potion, too, that you can take for resist fire. It might be a good idea.
Yeah, well... yeah, well, that would give me 80%. Minus my vampire penalties, right? I think it's time to get somebody else to do my dirty work for me now, though. You see what I mean, though? Like, Draugr are bad customers, right? Now I need to stay out of that guy's line of sight until my summon can finish him off. Because I definitely don't want to get hit by that again.
Well, you know, maybe you didn't need the potion after all, but you were playing it on the safe side in case he got you again.
Well, if you don't use the potions, what I found is you'll end up hoarding them. And before you know it, you're carrying around like 500 potions, right? You know, like that's what I found. That's why I made a conscious effort to actually use the potions that I'm carrying around. Because what's the point in carrying them around if all you do is collect more and more and more for a rainy day, right?
Yep.
Anyway, we'll continue on here. Yeah, like Draugr fire breath is really, really bad, right? It's almost like they have the 3-word fire shout kind of thing. Must have missed. There. Lightning rune in the floor. And another one. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna have to pause briefly.
All right. And we're back.
Yes. And we are faced with another turning block puzzle. However, I'm somewhat familiar with this one. I remember it because I remember this is the one where you turn one block and the other ones move. But if you start in the right order, if you turn that one first, then the other ones move. But if you turn this one, it seems like it's only the ones behind it. Right? See, so if I turn this one because it's the very last one, well then the next one turns too, right?
Yep.
And then I gotta turn this one again to make it match there. So now those match, those match, those match, and those match.
Oh,
Okay.
look at you go.
Well, it's like I said, this is just from memory. Because I can remember I spent quite a while screwing around with this puzzle the very first time that I ever came through here. Okay. Well, I think I know where I am now. And it is at about this point that Tolfdir decides to catch up. Oops. Grab that. Oh good, he didn't step on the pressure plate. That's good.
Somehow.
Yeah.
He probably will, though.
Yeah. That's why we're going to rush through to here. See, he stepped on the pressure plate, got hit by the trap. And now he's across the pressure plate, so we're safe again. Okay. Oh, I see we're almost at the end of this now. Okay.
Well now, would you look at that? I never imagined we'd find something like this. Why is this buried so far within Saarthal?
I don't know. Guess that was a rhetorical question, hey?
Apparently.
Ooh. Now that guy's getting up. Ooh, he has the really bad,
Nothing seems to work. Keep it busy. I'll try to drain some of its power.
okay.
There! Now attack it!
Okay. Wow, this is actually turning out to be pretty easy.
Yeah, well, you know, you're getting pretty good at archery, aren't you?
I was kind of expecting that to be more challenging, but I guess Miko's pretty tough. He managed to stand up there and keep that guy busy
Literally.
for long enough for me to shoot him. Okay, and he has a good item, the Staff of Jurek Galderson. We'll get into that in a minute. After we loot Jurek Galderson. And this is actually not a bad item if you're like a low to mid-level character.
Yep.
Gives you a magical boost. But what they should have done was, like, it would have made sense to have, say, that first Saarthal amulet that you find interlock with this one, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then, like, because I think, if I remember right, it's been some time now, you can actually go into about 2 or 3 other ruins like this and find similar guys, like his brothers or something. And they each have an amulet like that. And you should be able to gradually interlock all of those amulets together.
And get like a whole slew of effects.
Yeah, but I don't know that they really did that. Okay. Well, that looks like a good thing. And then here's this writ of sealing, right? Because apparently these guys did something really, really bad a really long time ago and got punished for it.
This is simply... I have no idea. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. The Archmage needs to be informed immediately. He needs to see this for himself. I don't dare leave this unattended. Can you return to the college and inform Sabo Saran of this discovery? Please, hurry.
You know what I really want to know is how eventually they managed to move that thing to the college. When it's so big that it wouldn't even fit out any door, right?
They use their magic to get the thing up and load it up onto the semi-truck outside.
Yeah.
And then they drive on the ice roads back to the college, right?
Yeah. As for treasures, except for the stuff that Jurek Galderson is actually carrying himself,
there's not a lot in here.
There isn't really a lot in here, but now we're going to get into staffs and the explanation of how staffs in my game work.
Aye.
Because I'm running a mod called Fighting Mage Staff, right? Which actually is from Old Rim, but I ported it over for my own use here in SSE.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what it does is if you have a basic school staff, like say this Staff of Courage, which is an illusion school, or a conjuration school staff, or a destruction or alteration or whatever.
Yep.
Right? Well, if you equip this staff in your right hand, it becomes a quarterstaff, basically.
Yep.
Okay? And as you can see, it actually changes what it's called into a Warhammer class weapon called a Fighting Mage Staff.
Mm-hmm.
And I also tinkered with this mod a little bit because the base damage value for a Fighting Mage Staff of any kind was like 9 points, right? So why would I bother to use that when an Iron Dagger does almost as much damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I tinkered with it a bit and made them vary in strength. So the weakest one, I think, is Restoration staves. Because in my mind anyway, restoration staves are not really, restoration's not generally intended to be an offensive type of magic, right?
Yeah.
But you can swing it just, you can block with it, and you can swing it just like a two-handed weapon. It's a little bit, because it's lightweight, it's a little bit faster.
Yep.
Than most two-handed class weapons. But that being said, the base damage they start off with, these because obviously this is not a permanent item, you can't smith it or anything like that, right?
Yeah, so you can't get the maximum benefit out of it. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Kind of like a bound weapon.
So anyway, destruction staves have the highest damage, and I believe they're equal to an unsmithed, unmodified Elven Warhammer for damage. And healings, like restoration staves, are the weakest ones, and they're equal to an unsmithed, unmodified Iron Warhammer.
Yep.
So, and then the other ones, of course, the other three are, different steps in between, like Dwarven and Orcish and whatnot, right?
Yep.
Steel as well, right? Steel, Dwarven, and Orcish, I believe, are the steps in between. So you can get a half-decent melee weapon just by, equipping your mage staff, whatever it might be, in your right hand, particularly if you're lower level mage, because a destruction staff can give you the equivalent of an Elven Warhammer in a pinch. And when you're at low level, like lowish level, well then you can have a fairly strong weapon.
Yep.
Anyway, you'll notice now I equipped something else, and it unequipped the Fighting Mage Staff, and the Fighting Mage Staff turned back into a Staff of Courage now. And if I equip it in my left hand, it stays as a Staff of Courage, right? And I can cast the Courage spell from it just like normal.
Yeah.
So you equip it in your right hand if you want to hit somebody with it. You equip it in your left hand if you want to use the magical effect.
Yep.
And that's with the basic 5 staves. However, the Fighting Mage Staff mod does not recognize things like, say, this Staff of the Lesser Daedra, right?
Yep.
So basically, this Staff of the Lesser Daedra, even when I equip it in my right hand, it still acts like a magical staff, right?
Yep.
But also, the Fighting Mage Staff mod does not recognize unique staves like the Staff of Jurek Galderson. So, you know, like the Staff of Jurek Galderson acts just like a, you know, regular magical staff if you equip it in your right hand or your left.
Yep.
Now, where this is important is in the enchanting tree, because one of the things that is a bit of a drawback to the Fighting Mage Staff mod is that if you cannot equip a staff in your right hand, well, you get all sorts of perks in the mage tree now, like when a staff is equipped, weapon enchantments use less charge, and you gain a small amount of enchanting experience, right? And if you go here, say, when casting or concentrating on a staff in your left hand, you can make attacks in your right hand that have better damage, right?
Yep.
So if I had a sword in my right hand and a staff in my left, then I could swing the sword and do more damage and do better critical damage. This one also deals with a staff being equipped in your left hand, but also it says when a staff is equipped in your right hand, your spells and scrolls are more effective. And of course, with the standard 5 magical school staves, if the thing turns into a 2-handed bludgeoning weapon, well, it doesn't really help you, right?
Yeah.
But the Staff of Jurek Galderson is still recognized as a magical staff for the purposes of making that perk work. So I could equip the Staff of Jurek Galderson in my right hand and then still be able to cast spells or use scrolls in my left hand and gain that benefit. Which is why the Staff of Jurek Galderson is kind of an important item, right? Aside from the fact that you can cast lightning bolts from it, which is kind of handy too. Anyway, that was a brief explanation. And I like the Fighting Mage Staff. I don't, you know, with this character, I'm not using the Fighting Mage Staff so much because I'm not really a mage. I'm just sort of pretending to be one for a short while.
So you can get through some mage guild things, some College of Winterhold things.
Yeah, but if I were playing a pure mage, then yeah, I would be using the Fighting Mage Staff, definitely, because I'm not going to be carrying around swords and maces and that kind of thing and wearing armor, right?
Yeah. And all that stuff's rather heavy anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're not really building a character who... oh, look, there.
Nice.
That's another mod added item. I can get Welkin stones and also even Varla stones, just like in Oblivion, right? Except that the Varla stones in Skyrim here function more like reusable soul gems. And I just learned a dragon shout, even though I don't have the ability to use it yet. So I guess now we better head back to the college.
Excavation site, and then to the college.
Yeah, we'll head back to the college and give the latch here to open this. There it is. Another thing they did in Skyrim that I noticed is they built their dungeons and stuff in a much more circular fashion. So
yeah, so you don't have to backtrack.
Yeah,
so
you don't have to backtrack all the way through like you used to have to do with a lot of the places in Oblivion. They didn't, you know, in Oblivion they basically were a lot more linear, right?
Oh man, when we fucking when I finally get around to setting up Daggerfall and we go through that, you're gonna love those dungeons. You're gonna love them. And by love them, I mean you're going to never want to do dungeon crawling ever again. Although I really like them, because I really like things that are very tedious and maze-like and hard to navigate and hard to find.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of mining here again, because I found some silver ore. Uh-oh. Now I'm over-encumbered.
Now you're over-encumbered.
Okay, well, we can deal with this, though. Oh, it's daytime, too, so now I'm over-encumbered and I can't move, right? If I'm exposed to the sun.
You could drop a fine iron dagger on the ground.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll drop a fine iron dagger. That only weighs 2, though.
Oh, yeah, that only weighs 2.
I can drop this woodcutter's axe for the time being, though. Right? Where did it go? I want that back. Okay, maybe I didn't pick such a good place to drop that.
I think it dropped through the ground.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, we'll go up here for a moment. We'll snoop at some of this stuff. Bet you didn't know all this stuff was up here, eh?
Nope, because I am shit at exploring anything, pretty much.
Yeah, although it was a little bit of a bust this time. Quite often these burial urns have a bunch of stuff in them. But I guess not this time. And sometimes these barrels have useful things like salt in them and that kind of thing too.
Yep.
Cabbage, if you happen to be playing a character that needs food, well, in survival mode, cabbage soup is one of the most nourishing foods that you can possibly make, right? You need cabbage, a head of cabbage and a unit of salt. Anyway, I'm going to set up my tent here. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, and then you might be able to see underneath the stairs there, where your wood axe probably fell through.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is, you'll notice that I've dropped a whole bunch of stuff off here earlier.
You'll be able to drop a whole bunch more off.
Yeah. Well, I can drop all of this stuff off. And eventually what I'll do is I'll set the tent up in the middle of the street when we get back to Winterhold. And, you know, take all of this stuff out of the sack in the tent and put it back in the cloud storage chest, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll put those in there too. Those are actually fairly heavy. And we probably have gotten rid of enough weight now for the time being that we'll be fine. So anyway, I'm going to keep this, definitely. That too. Okay. So, since it's daytime out, I'm going to sleep for a bit. Since we have to sleep anyway. Sometimes. And we'll get to level up. So, we have all sorts of things that we could level up here. Can I do any more in the archery tree right now? Okay, I could get that. Can't get that yet. Get that yet. Okay. And that doesn't really matter so much because I have a lot of arrows already. Okay. I could improve my sword fighting skill a little bit. Maybe. What else can I do here? Could also improve my destruction skill a little too. Maybe we'll do that.
Generalizing out.
Well, the thing is, though, I'm close enough to 30 in destruction that, you know, those little minor destruction spells become very potent if you can attack from ambush with them, right?
Yep.
I'm going to pack up my camp now. And how are we doing now? Okay. So, I don't know if I'll find my axe. Maybe it's underneath this thing.
Yeah, I think it went underneath.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Can I get to it, though?
TCL. Yeah, just TCL and grab it.
Yeah, okay. We'll TCL.
It's not your fault Bethesda didn't program proper collision into the ground.
Okay, because I want my axe back. There. And of course, it's good being a member of the PC master race, because if you're a console peon, well then when something like that happens, you're screwed.
Yeah, you'd have to go find another woodcutting axe.
Well, or make one or whatever, right? Actually, I'm not even sure if you can make woodcutting axes in unmodded Skyrim. I don't even know if you can. I guess we need to drink another one of those stale blood potions too. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything hostile out this way. As we head back toward town. How are we doing for time here, anyway?
We are an hour 12 in.
Okay. Well, guess maybe we'll stop here, and I'll do a little bit of inventory management work off camera, and then in the next episode we'll go and see Savos Aaron, I guess.
Alrighty.
So, until then,
I'm Rec V5.
and I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.